Hi. I am here. I just decided to do the ad the moment the stream started. Oh, hi, because I am a Seogit. Hi. Once this ad's done, we'll go to see a Nexxus. Hello, I'm Nexxus Drako. You're watching the Nexxus Drako variety stream. And we're playing Skyrim. Because of course we are. It's modded Skyrim. If you want the specific mod pack, I think it's !LL2 in chat. Yep, that's the one. Lost Legacy 2. The reason why the stream's titled the way it is because I'm actually going to be uploading all these direct to the stream archive once I'm done with the stream, and it's good to have them all dated with the actual name of the show. Because we do a variety stream stuff around here, you know? It's what we do. Anyway, Imperial is the race I'm picking. A head start and perk points is always nice. So obviously we're going for this fucking Imperial, which is basically Romans, right? Bruh. There we go. Bruh! Lucia Nexxus. Light Central is her name. We're gonna wait for the stuff in the top left to disappear. So, I have a nice shiny silver goblet that says So it turns out this silver goblet is from a person's funeral. And I got it at a fucking op shop. What a weird hand-me-down sequence. But yeah. A nice big silver goblet. It's obviously made of stainless steel, right? From 2013, so... Well, it might actually be a New Year's Eve party. Oh yeah, no, Shia Gorath approves of it, mate. 100%. Wabberjack is eating cheese. I mean, do you see the cheese? There's cheese here in this mod. Cheese! Ah, yes, cheese. Don't disrespect it. It makes the Skyrim world go round. Now it's going to build these lists. They're going to take some time. Now, this Lost Legacy 2 is very focused on the museum. The Legend of the Dragonborn Museum. So, I'm going to put a poll into chat. So it's going to be how much... Alright, we're going to run this poll for a couple minutes, and then I'm going to allow 313 Diracs per vote. How much should we grind? So basically, you guys get to pick whether I do the Explorers Guild start, which is no grinding, basically get good equipment immediately. Relic Hunter start, which is we start on a ship to Solitude, and we get to go to the museum immediately and get some tasks. Normal start, which means we go to Solitude, but we don't start as a Relic Hunter. So we've basically got to get ourselves to even... we got to basically grab completely separate stuff to do the whatchamacallit, the quest line on the fucking Legacy of the Dragonborn. We gotta prove ourselves. Or the vanilla start, hey you're awake. Please don't pick that one. I've seen the opening scenes of Skyrim so many times. But I put it there for completion. New content. None. None would be new content. None of them. But I get a head start with the Explorers Guild, so yeah, I knew you'd pick that, Hal. None of it as new content. It's been covered extensively in the beta, but this is the full version, which means there is a lot of new content. Oh god, it's a coin flip. For me, the Relic Hunter has new content, but I don't feel like grinding. I feel like the amount of time I'd spend grinding Relic Hunter, which, Relic Hunter actually might have... Well, Relic Hunter just means you gotta build the Explorers Guild yourself. And, you know, yeah, museum list building complete. Alright. Well, shrug emoji. Well, to figure out which is more appealing, I'm going to heads or tails a coin. And how I feel about that coin flip is what we're going to do. Heads. Heads, which is the coat of arms of Singapore on this Singaporean 50-cent piece. I don't know why I have it. I just keep it. It's lucky coin. So heads is going to be Explorers Guild. Tails is going to be Relic Hunter. It's landed on tails. I want the Explorers Guild. Yes. Guildmaster. Cool. Golden lockpick. Goat cheese wheel, bread loaf, salmon steak, rot apple, wine. Alternative perspective. Take the entire wardrobe. We're not going to do the Book of Origins. Now, before we do any... Oh, no, we are going to go out to the public. Alright, guys. 3, 2, 1, to destiny and beyond! You can clip that if you want. Because I reckon that was a cool intro. Really? Really? It had to break the fucking cutscene? I think the cutscene's just fucking broken. And you know what this means, right? I haven't even loaded into the save properly, and Skyrim's already fucked.
Ah, good. You're finally awake. Oh, must be. You, but you and a couple others. Oh, could be trouble. Before you. Grab him, gear up, and have a look in the ruins. Argonel is waiting for you inside.
Alright, so we managed to actually fix it. It turns out you gotta just talk to him if that happens. I'm glad there's a failsafe. I love Skyrise. Rim Sky. Iron Arrow, Iron Dagger, take all these potions, take the lockpicks, Hunting Bow, Iron Sword, Iron Warhammer, torches, pickaxe. Let's put anything that's dagger, sword, Warhammer, pickaxe. Oh. As a matter of fact, I gotta figure out what I actually want to use regarding fucking thingo. Boots and clothing to put in there, as is a miner's boots, miner's clothes. Alright, so we're gonna put on Dino's Bottomless Pack and the Explorer's Guild Light Armor. As for weapons, we get a favorite. The Hunting Bow. We're going to put the longbow back, and we are going to go Iron Warhammer. So Q here. We're going to drop the longbow in there. The pickaxe is useful for mining shit. I drop the gloves in there. And we're going to read these books. And we're going to select our class. We're going to make a custom class. We're going to go plus 20 health. We're going to go archery skill. Two-handed skill. Light armor, lockpicking, pickpocket. Sneak. Pick again. We're going to go archery skill. We're not going to go archery, light armor, lockpicking, pickpocket, sneak, and speech. And then what we could do is negative 75% full damage. There is no other way you can get this in the game. Birth sign, thief, lover, shadow, tower. We're gonna go to shadow 10% harder to detect while sneaking. Oh, we're actually gonna go fucking lady. Steed, move 10% faster. There we go. And because I'm a fucking milk drink, it's already on novice. Thank fuck for that. It's already on novice. Thank fuck for that. So we'll raid the Steel Tundra Spider with the Venom. Then we'll take the wolf pelt off the wolf. We're gonna go clack, clack, clack with the excavation site here. Archaeology perk point. We'll do that when we get back to the thingo. And we press C to... Ayo, what, Oha? The fuck did I say?
Ah, we've just met. Sounds like there's something moving around down there, so I thought it best that we wait for your return. I'm right behind you, Guildmaster.
Hunting bow. Here I come. Cannonball. Cannonball. Drop. Fucking dead. Done. Ancient Nord bow, Nord arrow, bone meal. Gold, iron arrow, bone meal. I don't need their aged leather shit, but I'll take their bread. I don't need their long bows, but I'll take their iron arrows. I don't need their empty wine bottles, but I'll take their brot. I don't need their ancient Akaviri shit. I'll take the iron mace. I'm not gonna worry about the Dai Katana. Maybe I misheard. Moving on either way. Oy vey then. Oy vey. Queen purse. Gold, 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 gold. Potion of minor healing. White wine. Iron halberd. Ancient Nord Greatsword, Iron Arrow, Bone Meal. Unlock Chest Novice. Picked. Golod. Now obviously there's a guy down here. And he's been immediately dropped. Sneak attack!
Oh, confound it. Looks like this door is sealed as well. Doesn't have a lock.
Give me that mechanism. Into the inner sanctum. Now. Iron Arrow. Ancient Amulet's got some bloody gold to it. Bone meal. Bone meal. Bone meal. Take the relic. Got him.
Does it? Well, after all of that, I'm headed back to camp for a bottle of mead and a lie down. See you back at the guild house. Well, that does it.
Grab the coin, grab the gold, the amethyst, flesh iron short spear, part of spiders, the painting, jade, pyrite, carnelian, piece, amethyst. I'm not gonna bother with the silver bowl's worth something, but I don't think I'm gonna bother with it, honestly. Yeah. Alright, I'm a head ski out of here, ski. Stealth Archer. Yeah, the problem, I mean, I know that's quote 50. That's a pretty fucking good quote. I'll say that much. But the thing is, too, Oha, I'm cold. I'm gonna get a fucking jumper on. Hold on. Oh, my jumper's over there. Fuck. Actually, here I come. Cannonball. Fuck, it's foggy all of a sudden in the game. I go in and it's fucking sunshine. I come out and it's fucking foggy. What the shit is this? It's nearly fucking dark. It's fucking 12 PM. And it's dark in game. What? Where? Here? Here? Oh, it's raining, that's why. That actually makes sense, yeah. Fuck off. Get fucked, Wolfen. I genuinely did not want to walk back inside just to come up here. But it turns out there's fucking nothing. Turns out there's fucking nothing anyway. And I can't fall down that hole. Okay. The good news is there's a sky shard here, so that's useful. And then there's this, which is the Terminin Forge. Got a note, torn page, Terminin book. It seems like this is an important forge for some reason. Ah, mud crab. Northeast to the city swallowed by the sea and the enchanted deep within, or the highland half buried by ash. Saw the winds blow cold from the northern summits. Okay, this is the Legend of Zelda mod. I don't even need to say anything. It's the Legend of Zelda mod. Yeah. Bomb flower seeds. That's all we can make right now. Okay. Okay. Forgotten battle axe. Workbench. Burkwench. I ain't got no fucking materials though, so. There's a bed here I can sleep in. Actually, let's turn a wolf pelt into some fucking leather. And then turn a leather into... do a travel cloak. I think that does something. Travel cloaks don't do anything for warmth, I don't think. Save. Okay! Now we've got survival mode. Hooray! There we go. Now we have survival mode. Hey, Raven. I thought I had it on exclamation SO, but I don't, so... C'est la vie. You're Farlan. You're the Khajiit. Where the fuck is Argonol? Oh, we're up here for some reason. Carl.
But come to think of it, Aryan might have it. Oh, the same bit. Well, at any rate, you go on ahead. So, good luck. And if you'd like a ride over to Whiterun Stables where you can catch a carriage back to Solitude, Farlan is heading that way.
I'm just exploring a local area because there's a few things that are actually quite close, so... We got a Shrine of Zenithar. I'm not gonna follow Zenithar, but I am gonna... Yeah, we are not heading towards Whiterun. I'm not gonna take the free trip to Whiterun. We are just gonna explore around here. Fed Pond. Fetid Pond. Inside you, there are 2 wolves. Slay them. This body is yours and yours alone. I wish I could say that my body is mine and mine alone, but no. I have something called plural. Beggar, pickpocket increase. Nice. Brown burlap cape. That should make me a little warmer, I guess. Just a little. Alright, and then up here... I'm not fucking with giants, man. I'm not fucking with giants. We'll go up this way. Yes, this is due south. And due south of us now is, the path through Whiterun. It's another Shrine of Zenithar! Not that far from the other Shrine of Zenithar! Oh, I'm surprised that hit the frickin' thing. I thought that was gonna miss. But hey, it's worked. I can't quite grab that amulet of Zenithar, so... I'm just gonna... I can't grab that amulet of Zenithar, so I'm gonna ask the game for help. And player.add item. (150EEC291). And yes, that does give me the amulet of Zenithar. Cool. Because I would have grabbed it, but it kind of became stuck in the level geometry, which is kind of irritating, honestly. But if we continue south along this path... we get here. What's here? Yes, I am sneaking. Broken Fang Cave. Salt Piler, Garbage. Let's get this sky shard while we're here. You see, sometimes it pays to go off the beaten path, guys. Wolf. Fucking die. Yeah. I could have gone to Rorikstead, which is up here, but I figured I'd just go to Rorikstead later. I don't need to go to Rorikstead now. Oh yeah, we got this fucking thing too, so... Great Henge Dragon Mound. Level up. I don't think I get the fucking bone. Oh yeah, I don't get to pick perk tree until fucking sleepy. So I don't get shit until I sleepy, which is nice, actually. Oh, silver ring in the burial urn. Okay, that's nice. But yeah, we're gonna make our way to Whiterun now. I'm gonna put the freaking thing away. It's 5 PM, so we're gonna turn off our light. Oh, that was just a dragon mound I was just at. It's not anything off the beaten path, so... I don't need to sneak, but I also don't need the light on. Fucker saw me. Fuckers saw me. Otherwise, I would have executed him. Yeah, they saw me. Novice fucking difficulty! Novice fucking difficulty! Novice difficulty my left tit, and that's like 3 kilo. Fuck me. On this model, at least. Anyway, I'm not dealing with that shit. I am not dealing with that shit, man. Fuck that noise. That was... I don't know, man. It's fucking stupid, man. Sorry. No, different altar. It's fucking stupid how every time we try to play Skyrim, we fucking die to shit that really shouldn't be dying to. I checked, the difficulty was on Novice, so... Ugh. It's not fun. Irregardless... Oh, there's an update for that. Alright. Well. Figuring out what to play next. I'm probably gonna go back to the old reliable. The old reliable. There we go. Alright. Konmai. Konami. Let's go away. Konami. Konami. Let's go away. Konami. Alright. To start the game. The dato de gamo. Let's grab some teams then. Aguilas. Gators. Kaiser Chiefs. Kyoto Shoguns. That might actually be better. Kyoto Shoguns. So I've got a VP farming team I'm going to override with the Kyoto Shoguns. Which, you know. Then we'll get the Aguilas. The Aguilas. And the Gators. Yeah. Grab some teams for season mode. Online shop. Consumable items. Expansion items. Yeah, I want to buy all these international transfer players first. These are original global star players. And then I'll get onto shit like managers and the like. And coaches. But in the meantime, let's go to star player. Tohoku Rakuten Eagles. Oh, I'm actually starting in the number 6 spot for once, not the number 7, so... Tactical Espionage Baseball.
We welcome you to Rocket and Mobile Saikyo Park, Miyagi. It's the Toho...
Miyagi. 662 is a fucking ridiculous batting average.
The Eagles get set to bat.
Even Kensuke Kondo has had a reduction in fucking batting average from 400.
With no runs on the board. He connects far to right. The right fielder catches it.
Nah.
1.
Bloody hell.
It's the bottom of the 5th. Trying to close the gap here. The Eagles get set to bat. Now up, Aikawa. He flied out to right field in his last at bat. The Eagles are behind as they take their turn to bat in the 5th. Hits this one. And that'll be in there for a hit. And he rounds first. And he advances to second base. The Eagles.
Let's
have their
go.
leadoff man on. So there's a runner on.
We stranded the runner on second. Fucking brilliant. And it's another 2 outs with no fucking chance to actually do anything out of
2
this.
outs, base is empty. Paints the edge of the zone for
I'm gonna be honest. That was a 50-50 ball.
Into left field, and it drops in for a hit in front of the outfield. The Eagle get it.
That was a 50-50 ball to hit up and in the zone. Oh god. Okay, one on deck.
Stands in.
One guy on fucking base at first. Ui.
Inside corner.
Yeah, I'm not touching that fucking fastball.
He connects. Might drop. It's down for a hit. The runner from first round second going for third. And he makes it to second. So they're in prime position now. 2 out.
I hit the power to the fucking warning track at least. But unfortunately, we do lose. Unfortunately. But it is what it is. And actually, getting all the way to the warning track has given us some fucking, what do you call it when you get, like, power? Yeah, power. Let down by the other 8 bats, ain't that the fucking truth?
We welcome you to Rocket and Mobile Saikyo.
Oh, we got a guy on base this time, okay.
Aikawa settling in now. Let's see how he starts this at bat. He seemed a little unsettled on that
Bad
delivery.
sweeper.
He connects. Makihara makes the catch.
Fucking hell, man. That's fucking hell. Lead off in the second.
It's the bottom of the 5th. Trying to close the gap here. The Eagles get set to bat. Now coming to the plate, Aikawa. He hits an inside pitch, and that'll be in there for a hit. He rounds first. And he advances to second base. The Eagles have their leadoff man on.
At least I figured how to run.
Get around first and make it a double.
I knew that was going into center left. We did get the equalizer.
Taking his turn now, Aikawa. In his last
Let's see where he put in that change up.
The Eagle, outside pitch.
Probably should not have taken it.
Here's the throw. It's a double
yeah.
play.
That's
now a
unfortunate.
retired side.
I should have
You
left
can
it.
feel their pain of not getting.
Tie game. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Heading to the batter's box, Aikawa. The
My
winning
batting
runner's
average
on
with
second.
runners in position is .700, so... Ooh.
First delivery, and it gets away from him, missing wildly. Lines one to right field. Here's the tag up, looking for the tying run. And the run comes in from third.
Okay, sacrifice fly for the tie isn't the worst thing, actually.
As they take care of business with a big...
Oh, God. It's going to tie, isn't it? This is going to be a tie.
In his last at-bat, he tied the game with a sacrifice fly. Just a bit outside.
This guy got an,
There goes the runner.
should have left it.
His third pitch now. This one's in the air. Takes a hop. That's a hit. The runner on first, ground second, going for third. Throws to the cutoff man. Here's the throw, and that's the game. Aikawa with a walk-off hit. What a way to end it. A
Let's
walk-off
fucking
hit
go.
goes to the
Walk-off hit. Fuck yeah. He ran from fucking first to third, mate. Hey, video game hobby went up in skill. Ito, we were going to talk about video games, that's right. And because I like my video games, like my freaking level in video games I think is 2 now. I've also got 2 in communication, which is getting better. Shinji Aikawa, like any 18-year-old, likes video games. You know? I love the new PogChamp emote. It's fucking awesome.
Coming to you live tonight from Escon.
Because the original PogChamp guy is a fucking chud.
Next up, Aikawa. 2 away now. First pitch. Swings at the first pitch. It's down for a hit. And he rounds first. And he makes it to second. 2 out, runner on second. Digging in, Aikawa.
All right.
In his last at-bat, he had a double to center. 2 away now. Good precision on that.
Honestly, that was marginal.
Pitch one down the middle. And that'll be in there for a hit. The runner on
Is he
first,
gonna
down
run for
second, going
third?
A throw to home. He tags the runner for the third out.
Yeah, it was a third out. That's why I ran back.
It's the top of the
I gotta
seventh,
get a
trying
hit
to
this
close
at
the
bat,
gap here.
100%.
The Eagles
Okay,
get
let's
set
do
to
it.
bat. Now up, Aikawa. Flawless so far. He's 2 for 2. The Fighters are working with a 1-run lead as we begin the 7th. That's foul. Leaves it, and that's low and away for a ball. 4th pitch on its way. Called strike. On the
I've got the
outside corner.
strikes to
Works his way
spare,
back
so
into
why
the
not?
count. 2-2 now. Hits the ball. It's down. for
There
a
we
hit.
go.
The leadoff batter is allowed to reach base.
There we
Runner on
go.
First, nobody out.
That's what
Take
I
a
was
look at the
after.
replay. Clearly not this pitcher's best delivery, as you can see.
That's what I was after. And we got a 4-1 lead now. Let's go.
Now at the plate, Aikawa. They don't want to allow any more runs.
Runner in scoring position here, so.
Outside pitch. The shortstop gets to it. They get the out at first base. The runner at second stays put.
I should have bunted. They reckon I should have bunted for that. Okay. You fucking cowards.
Suffer the unfortunate loss today.
Here's the thing. I have F bunting. I'm not good at bunting in this game. I deliberately tanked 100 hit season. Let's go. Star level 7. Interim results for the All-Star game. There's even more votes. And if we look at shortstop, it's not even fucking close. It's nearly 20,000 vote lead, guys. Bunting is a stunt that does not help our hunt. It's a cunning stunt, that's for sure. But it's not my type of stunt. Because my player just hits. He doesn't need to be cunning. Doesn't need to pull those cunning stunts.
Aikawa. Crunch time continues with the bases loaded. Fastball. Right, and that's into right field. And the run scores from third. Aikawa smacks an RBI single in.
Yeah, we're seeing the in-progress totals. Honestly, I'm just happy that hopped through the field. And we left everyone on bases loaded. God fucking damn it. Just my luck.
Just getting underway. The Eagles get set to bat. Aikawa is the next hitter. In his last at bat, he hit a clutch, hits a high pitch, and that'll be in there for a hit. The leadoff batter is allowed to reach base, so there's a runner on first.
Oh, come on, Nippon.
Aikawa. They still find themselves in a pressure situation here. A short fly ball, and that's in play for a hit. And the run comes in from third. Aikawa. Pitching with runners on base is never easy, and that was the case here as it led to some damage on the scoreboard. They even...
All right.
Aikawa stands in.
6.69 average is pretty good.
Single. 2 away, base is empty. He smacks the first pitch. 0-1 count. Hits this one. To second, he's on it. Out at first, that's 3 away.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. But it does look like we've won at least.
Now coming to the plate.
Congrats on the level up, Raven.
He has 1 steal so far today. 2 away now. First delivery, and it's off the plate for ball 1. Takes this one the opposite.
Let's go! Hitting the hole!
2 out, runner on first. The fighters suffer the unfortunate.
And we're star level 8 already, guys. We're climbing. However, we have so much fatigue, we've lost a condition. Alright, I guess the only game we gotta beat is Puzzle Town. I'm gonna save, but now I've got level 2 video games I should be able to buy. Now I've got level 2 video games, I should be able to buy more video games. And that's not the case. So now I gotta back out and load the fucking save again. Brilliant. Unlimited games and also games. That's what batting over 600 gets you. Unlimited bacon and unlimited games. Schlatt would be fucking livid. I mean, go to the video store. $1,000,000 for a home theater set and then movies. I know I don't have a fucking home theater, and I won't for a while, but I want to collect these movies while I'm here. So when I eventually get the home theater, we gotta win this game. Good old Shinji Aikawa.
Coming to you live tonight from Rocket and Mobile. Next in the lineup, Aikawa.
Aikawa, yeah.
Let's see what his first pitch is.
That's going yard.
Let's see if it'll
Run.
It's down for a hit. And he advances to second base. The Eagle get a man on.
Chiba Lotte coming back. I've got like a .700 batting average against Chiba, so
he connects. Might drop. And that'll be in there for a hit. And he makes it to second. So they've set up a great opportunity.
2 doubles off them today. That is fucking ridiculous. And we got another chance here.
In the box now, Aikawa.
I'm batting 750 with runners in scoring position. Do you know how ridiculous? That was a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. Holy shit.
Paints the outside corner for a called strike. This one's in the air. Takes a bounce for a hit. The runner on first, round second, going for third. For second, he tags the runner for the second out.
Reckless base running. Yeah. I should have stayed at first. Now it's on me.
Heading to the batter's box, Aikawa.
I have to hit it here.
They still have a chance to put some runs on the board. So it's a ball to start things off. Pops up the inside pitch. Bounces center field. The potential tying run rounds third. The run comes in from second. He tags the runner for the third out.
Single tie, reckless base running. And we get the walk-off.
Go home with the dramatic walk-off win.
Cool. Walk-off win. That's what you want. feel free to clip anything you want to clip, by the way, Oha, because the clips also go vertical. And with the vertical clips, I can just share them on Facebook and everything. That's what I've been doing. Sharing my clips on Facebook Reels, Instagram Reels, fucking YouTube Shorts. I'd upload them to TikTok if I could be fucked with TikTok, but no, I can't. There's no way to really monetize that shit.
Pitcher today, Yuto Kimura, and pulls that one. In the shallow right, it falls in quickly. The right fielder can't hold
He
on to
bobbles
it.
it! He bobbles it!
To second base. Runner on second with one gone.
If he hadn't bobbled it, I'd have run back.
Digging in, Aikawa.
I love Akari. I gotta fucking sub specifically for a... I gotta at some point sub to Akari specifically for her fucking emotes. Her emotes are awesome. I actually might try and start watching her. Oh, fuck. Bad fastball. Fuck me.
Hit him with the brushback. Hits this one.
Gone.
Let's see if it'll drop. It's down for a hit, and he rounds first. And he makes it to second. The Eagles get a man on. 2 out, runner on second. And he pulled the ball.
Multiple doubles, by the way. Still not the best.
Now, Aikawa, the Eagles have struck back with 1 run.
Keep me with that cutter, is he?
Their sights on closing the gap. Hits this one. He gets a hit. Dropped nicely in the shallow center. So they put themselves in good position here. 1 out, runners on.
Oh, they got home run. We got a 3-run homer there. Nice.
Aikawa is the next hitter. The Eagles have driven in 1 run this inning and now have a great chance to go out in front. First delivery, and it gets away from
Look,
him,
it's all
missing widely.
reds for me.
Hits the down the middle delivery. Might drop. Takes a hop. That's a hit. The run comes in from second. And he makes it to second.
I would have thought he'd have run for home, but he didn't. He wanted to stay on the board. We didn't get anything out of that. Oh, Jesus Christ, we lost 6-7.
Home with the unfortunate loss today.
Fucking brain rot, Jay. Fuck me.
But unfortunately find themselves in the loop.
Yes, I'm not the altered that actually makes a 6-7 jokes. I hate them too. Mainstay regular. Bah. Oh, the hardware store. Okay. Cooking. Okay, so I've got a cooking set, which is nice. Rest commands gain 10% more fatigue recovery. Sound, sleep, bed. Okay. I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna go have a idle meeting. And get more cans of drink out the fridge when I get back from it. Wally? Wally? We wall? Wow. Ah. Hey, Quoth. Oh shit, you played ad time. Okay. Should learn to run an ad break whenever I go on break. I'll have to take a picture of this goblet at some point. That's an alternate form of GPG I'm acceptable with. Alright. 30 more seconds. Might check my calendar. Oh yeah, the season's over by the 11th, isn't it? Alright. Welcome back, everyone. Let's look at my player ability. It's 172. I'm not a pitcher. I'm a belly itcher. High school in Tokyo. He's actually from the island of Aogashima originally. But he moved to Tokyo for high school with his extended family. But yeah, look at that contact. It's pretty good. The power started really low and that's accelerating. But yeah, we're second in the league this season, only half a game back. Paul Lotte is 13 games back, and we're only like 40 games into the season. 46 games into the season, and Chiba Lotte Marines are already 13 games back. That is ridiculous. Hiroshima's 12 games back in the Central League. Chunichi and Hanshin, SoftBank, and Rakuten. If we look at the ERA, Rakuten's third place, right? In the entire country, they're sixth in the Central, so that's 5, 6, 7, 8. That is... Rakuten are freaking 9th in the entire Japan in ERA. But they're kind of being carried by the fact they've got someone who can hit the baseball 7 times out of every 10, rather than 3 times out of every 10 on average, right? It's ridiculous just how good we are at hitting. Fielding has not been so good, though. Oh, it's not sorting by fucking fielding percentage. Oh, we are actually pretty good at fielding. We're second best in the country. So that says a lot. Then we got the 2 Climax series. And then the Nihon series, which is coming. All-Star records. Pacific's 1 more All-Star games. All-Star fan voting. MVP of the month. I still can't believe Hayakawa pitcher, Ota fielder. Then again, 4 home runs is pretty ridiculous as well. I still think we probably should have, yeah, look at Aikawa. best in the league at batting. It's ridiculous. Yeah, my bats are breaking, man. I think I might use a fatigue recovery drink. Special training ticket. They've got God, okay? I should post I'm God, and I should make a command. I'm Pirate God. No, I should make a command. I'm God, and it's just that meme. We should make a few commands, and it's just fucking clippable sheen. Like, WTF goes to Corone. WTF. Right? Second in RBI, which is not bad.
On the mound, Andre Jackson. And catching for him is Toshio Sato. Let's see how this duo fares against this lineup. Big swing.
Bit slow there.
Hold of it. He pulls that one. The second baseman scoops it up. Out. And you
How'd
can
he
hear the
get to that,
appreciation from the
man?
fans.
How'd he get to that?
It's the bottom of the fifth. The Eagles get set to bat. Aikawa stands in. He grounded out to second, and he's pulled that one. Heading to right. The right fielder makes the catch.
That's just unfortunate, man.
Now coming to the plate, Aikawa.
Where is he going to throw this? Outside. And he fucked that up, but...
Hits this one. And that'll be in there for a hit. That sets up a run-scoring chance. So they've got men. We've reached the bottom of the eighth. The Eagles get set to bat. Taking his turn now, Aikawa. In his last at bat, he hit a single to center.
93 mile an hour
The
fasty.
Eagles have a huge lead in a high school. Hits it, he gathers it. Out. That was some play there. A real gem. And
We
we're back.
won, but I didn't hit too good. Gonna go home and finish that fucking video game. Oh, I rested instead. $1.8 million yen. Let's go. All right. Yeah, I bought a bunch of special training tickets. All right, we got interleague play. Get an RBI, let's go.
Coming to you live tonight from Bantalin Dome, Nagoya. It's the Chunichi Dragons versus the Tohoku Rocket and Golden Eagle. Let's get...
So it's first against
Now coming
second.
to the plate, Aikawa. On the mound, Mao Ito. And catching for him is Takuya Kinoshita. Let's see how this duo... He smacked to the right of the second baseman. It gets through. The Dragons are up against the wall here. One out.
Interleague, let's go. This is important.
Now at the plate, Aikawa. There's one out. They're not out of danger yet. This one's in the air, and that's in play for a hit. It's a hit into right. The Dragons are really struggling. Digging in, Aikawa. 2 hits and 2 at-bats so far. Perfect at the plate. First delivery, and it's off the
I
plate
felt
for
that
ball
was
1.
going ball, yeah.
And that's a quick strike,
Oi.
2 to get ahead in the count. Hits this one. Okabayashi makes the play. And they'll
Dang
change
it.
sides with 3 guys.
Nice
Well, here's
slide
the
for that
replays.
E-power hype. Yeah, I know, right?
It's the top. Up to bat comes Aikawa. He flied out to right field in his last at bat. The Dragons are 1 run behind as we begin the 7th. So he opens the at bat with a breaking ball.
I've got an itch right between the blades of my back, and it's not in a place I could scratch. That feeling when you go to scratch an itch on your back with a fucking fork, man. I cleaned the fork before I did it, but yeah, fuck. I hate that shit. At least the itch is now low enough for me to fucking do. Oh, fuck. Sorry.
It's a ball.
Splitter.
Hits one down the middle. A liner to center.
Hung that, unfortunately.
Aikawa is the next hitter. The Dragons have given up 2 runs in the inning. So they've fallen behind by 3 runs and have allowed runners to get in scoring position here. Line drive left field. Takes a hop. That's a hit. The runner from second base rounds third. To the cutoff man. The run comes in from second.
There we go. I got my RBI. Let's go.
Aikawa gets a hit to add it. So they fail to contain the damage as their opponent tacks onto their...
Let's go.
The Dragons suffer the unfortunate loss to...
Hi. Got Nagoya now.
Coming to you live tonight from Bantalin Dome, Nagoya. It's the Chunichi Dragons versus...
Chunichi Dragons of Nagoya. Swing for the fences. Let's go.
The Eagles get set to bat. Digging in, Aikawa. The Dragons hits this one. Might drop. It's down for a hit.
Those are some tall fences, aren't they?
The leadoff batter is allowed to reach base. So there's a runner on second with nobody out. In the box now, Aikawa.
Apparently they want me to bunt.
Double to center. Pitch taken for a strike on the edge of the zone. A nasty off-speed pitch down and away. Leaves it for a ball. That's foul. He hits an outside pitch. Boston to second. Digging in, Aikawa.
Yuki Hashimoto has a 2.6 ERA.
The Dragons are behind as we begin the 6th. Hits this one. It hits the ground in left center. The leadoff batter is allowed to reach base, so they have a runner on first.
It's 4-2.
Heading to the batter's box, Aikawa. They'll wanna keep the
7.8
runners from advancing.
average with runners in scoring position. 7.78, so 780, which is fucking crazy, honestly.
Hits the high delivery. This one's got some carry. Looks like he's under it. The runner on second tags up. Throws to third. They tag him out for an inning-ending double play.
Fuck me. We did end up winning, though, at least.
Go home with the unfortunate. Coming to you live tonight from Ventolin Dome, Nagoya.
Wow, we're an hour and a half in already. Genie man.
Aikawa. He connects.
That's
Right.
fucking
It's a high fly ball.
gone into his
Right fielder
glove.
catches it for out number 2.
Yeah, it is nice to have some help from the team.
Aikawa settles in now.
As much as
He
I've
flied
been
out to
helping
right
as
field
well.
in his last at bat. 2 away now. Starting pitcher swings at the first pitch. It's a high arcing fly. Into the alley and right, it drops down for a hit. They've allowed the tying run to reach base. 2 out.
And then they immediately pile 7. Fuck. Chinichi's gonna go 2-1 down in the series, but they're gonna go down fucking fighting, it looks like.
The Eagles will start this inning at the heart of their order. Aikawa looking to get it's into the stands beyond first.
That's gonna be
No swing
below
on
the
that one.
knees. That's also below the knees.
That one was close, but it's called a ball. Hits this one. That's a base hit.
See how the ball basically just floated for a while? Alright,
Aikawa gets set in the box. In his last
I'm
at-bat,
not
he
gonna
hit a
bother
single
with a
to center.
power hit here, I'm just gonna hit it.
A hitter's pitch there, but he lays off it. Hits this one. Drifting. That's foul.
I can't afford to miss
Third
this.
pitch now. Hits one down the middle. And that'll be in there for a hit. And the run comes in.
7-3, okay, we'll see if we can get something out of this inning. We don't make it out the inning. Okay,
Now up to bat.
they need me to
Aikawa.
be big man, man.
In
They
his
need me
last
to be a
at-bat, he
big
hit a
man.
clutch single.
They need me to get something out of this.
Hits this one. Here's a big drive. Splits the outfield.
One.
Drops down for a hit. He passes third. To third. The runner from first makes it all the way home.
Fuck me, I should have stayed at 2. I should have stayed at 2 with life on the line, and yep, we get out.
The Dragon walks.
I went for the greedy triple, man. I went for the greedy fucking triple. Yakult Swallows. Zigged thinking the throw was going to be to home. I know, right?
Coming to you live tonight from Rocket and Mobile Site.
Oh my god, I'm
Now
at
up,
dot
Aikawa.
670 and I'm at 36 RBIs. Oh my god.
Inside edge for a strike. He connects. It's down for a hit. The runner from first round second going for third. And he advances to second base. So they're in prime position now.
All right, we got a chance. He wants me to bunt. He wants me to bunt.
First pitch on its way. Hits the down the middle delivery. Takes a bounce for a hit. The potential go-ahead run rounds third. Throws to the cutoff man. The run comes in from second. And he stops at second.
Oh my god, bases fucking loaded.
The Eagles have driven in 1 run this inning.
And only 1 out, so we've got a chance.
On the board. His first pitch now. Lines it, and the shortstop
and we double fucking play.
Second base himself for the out. Got him, and that's the second and
Get
third
fucked,
outs of the
man.
inning. And there you see, they hit into the double play for the third out.
Didn't get the contact I wanted off that.
The Swallows. Aikawa is the next hitter. His last appearance saw him hit a grounder to short and into a double play. He hits an inside pitch, and that'll be in there for a hit. That sets up a run-scoring chance. 2 out, men on first and second. Let's take another look at this hit. It's the bottom of the ninth. Aikawa stands in. In his last at-bat, he hit a single to center. The Eagles come to bat here in the final inning with the score.
Hit by pitch! Hit by pitch! Let's go! And I didn't make it home.
Now coming to the plate, Aikawa. His previous at-bat saw him hit by a pitch. Line drive to center field. Makes the grab for out number 2.
Well, that's not good.
First with 2 gone.
It's a tie! It's a tie! The rare tie to go with the rare walk. Star level 9. Now, the thing about weekends is I try to aim for 3 hours, and then the Tuesday, Thursday, I try to aim for 2. So we're only halfway through the weekender. Signaling for a sack bunt? Nah, fuck that.
On the mound, Kojiro Yoshimura. And catching for him is Yudai Ko. He connects. It's a high arcing fly. And deep to left center. Possible extra bases here. And he makes it to second. So they've set up a great opportunity here. So they've got men on second.
That E-Power really got that to warning track, you know.
Are all set to begin batting here in the bottom of the 4th. Taking his turn now, Aikawa. In his last at-bat, he had a double to center. Swings at the first. The shortstop can't hold on to it. Picks it up. The Eagles have their leadoff man on. Runner.
I can't believe that was scored as a hit, not a fucking error.
In the box now, Aikawa. So far in the game, he's 2 for 2. Hits one high in the zone. It's down for a hit. So that gives him a runner at first.
Let's go. We win.
The Eagles. Home.
Thank God for that. Play as a watch. Star level 12. Let's go. Possible girlfriend edition. Let's go. Hey, possible girlfriend. Let's go.
We welcome you to Rocket and Mobile Cycle. Now coming to the plate, Aikawa.
Aikawa now leads in RBIs, which is nice.
He connects.
That's gone! That's gone! Not home, but it's gone.
Throws home. He tags the runner for the third out.
Was worth running to third then anyway.
Digging in, Aikawa. In his last at-bat, he had a double to center. One away now. Let's take
Fastball.
another look at who's on the mound today. Pitching for the Fighters is Tatsuki
Fastball.
Kojo. And for the Swallows, Taichi Yamano. So that's your matchup. Hits this one. It's on its way down. And that'll be in there for a hit. So that gives him a runner at first with one out.
Yeah, we're being thrashed, so
Next up,
just hit
Aikawa.
for home, I guess.
2 for 2 so far, staying sharp at the plate. Hits the first pitch. That's a foul ball. Down in the zone, taken for a ball. He collects it. Out at first, that's 3 gone, and the inning's over.
One of these days it'll actually be gone. True that.
Aikawa settling in now.
I have a responsibility to bring this runner to the next base.
He hits an inside pitch. Here's a big drive. Way back and left, and he can't get there. And he advances to second base. So they put themselves in good position.
We almost got the comeback. We got 3. We got 2 and 3 in the final 2 innings. You can't say we didn't try. It's just unlucky that they got 1. Yeah. We tried to come back. Needed 1 more inning there to score 4. Truth. Central League, Hanshin's Otake and T. Sato have been selected. Pacific League MVP, SoftBank's Mainello for pitcher. Rakuten Shinji Aikawa is the builder of the month! Let's go! Fielder of the the month in the Pacific League, Shinji Aikawa. A car is 5 million yen. Get fucked. A car costs 5 million yen. Crown him. Congrats on level 91, Oha. 91, isn't that the one at the end of SV Leipzig 91? Congratulations, Oha Yogurt, on level SV Leipzig 91. Level 15, let's go. Another girlfriend, let's go! Another girlfriend material. I think the girlfriend material shit is just random chance. Anyway, we got Dina base stars, DNA base stars, so we're gonna go Nishiguchi. Lost condition, rip.
Coming to you live tonight from Yokohama Stadium.
Bruh.
Heading to the batter's box.
Get a hit.
One down. Can they
Get a
prevent
hit.
giving up the first run?
High.
First delivery, and it's off the plate for ball one.
Gone.
This one. It's a towering shot to right center. And deep to right center. Possible extra bases here. The run comes in from second. Pitching with runners on base is never easy, and that was the case here as it led to some damage on the scoreboard.
Wasn't that far off, I just needed more exit velo.
Next up,
And that's not
Aikawa.
something that Shinji
In his
really
last
has,
at-bat, he
the
grabbed them
exit
their
velo.
first lead on a double. First pitch here. Way off the mark with his first pitch. And the runner on first takes. It's a hit and run. That's in there to right field. The runner on first.
I reckon I could make third with this.
He passes
Nah.
third. Throws over to third. The runner from first makes it all the way home. He tags the runner for the third out.
Yeah, that's a little unfortunate that I got stuck in a jam.
In his last at bat, he hit a clutch double.
I was too hesitant on it, honestly.
First delivery, and it's off
I
the plate for ball
hesitated.
one. Runner goes. The catcher's throw, not in time.
Safe, let's go. Ignore
So they don't
sign.
get there in time, allowing the runner to steal second. Hits this one. It's down for a hit. The runner from second rounds third. The run comes in from second. He gets to second and puts the brakes on. It's 4-0. The base start.
Let's go.
They fail to contain the damage as their opponent tacks on to.
That had the velo, but not the Anglo.
It, up to bat comes Aikawa.
This guy's got
his last
no
at-bat,
K.
he
This
hit a
guy
clutch
is a
double.
fresh pitcher.
The base start are behind. Swings at the first pitch. And that'll be in there for a hit.
He's
The leadoff
probably
batter
just
is
come
allowed
up
to
from
reach
the
base.
farm team
There's
now
a
I
runner
think
on
about
first.
it. sack,
Digging in,
bunt,
Aikawa.
fuck off.
He's recorded 4 hits so far today. There goes the runner. Outside pitch. Left in second. Throws to first base. Out. And there's a twin killing for you.
Fuck me.
No winner to...
It's another tie. My on-base streak. I have a 25 game on-base streak. That is redonkulous. Right. I'll save and I'll be right back. I got a idle meeting again. I... Here we are. I just remembered I forgot to put on the music. Forgot to put on the music, I just remembered. So... Oh shit! Starting at the number 3 spot, that's crazy. On the cleanup hitter then. Cool.
Coming to you live tonight from Yokohama Stadium.
Yokohama.
Digging in, Aikawa. 2 away now. Pitching this inning, Yuichiro Ishida. 2 quick outs, and he's thrown only 3 pitches. Hits it. The second baseman gathers it. Out at first, that's 3 away.
Shouldn't have fucking tried to power shoot that.
We're into the top of the 4th. The Eagles will start this inning at the heart of their order. Aikawa looking to get something started.
Leave
He
that.
grounded out to second in his last at bat. Hits this one. A liner to right. It's caught for the first out.
Ah, dang it.
Up to bat comes Aikawa. He flied out to right field in his last at bat. The Bay Stars have the lead as we begin the 6th. He pulls it. It's down for a hit. And he rounds first. And he makes it to second.
So I did get that after all, thank God.
So they have a runner on. Aikawa.
I want to get this out of here.
In his last at bat, he hit a double to right. The Bay Stars are working with a 1-run. He connects. Here's a big drive. Into the alley and left, and it drops down for a hit. And he advances to second base. The leadoff batter is
Yeah, good bounce back. 2 doubles after 2. Yep. Unfortunately. Oh, 5th at bat.
Aikawa is the
This
next
is
hitter.
to put us ahead.
In his last at bat, he had a double to center. The Bay Stars facing a tied game now after fastball.
And I fucked
Gets
this.
to it. Throws to first. It's a double play.
Fuck me.
That will retire the side. Let's see that one again. They turn 2 to make a pivotal play. Aikawa settles in now. His last appearance saw him hit a grounder to second and into a double play. 2 away now. And the runner on first. Breaking ball. The shortstop gets to it. First. They get the out at first to end the
Fuck
inning.
me.
No runner.
Another tie. It keeps happening. I love this mode, man. I love this star player mode.
Coming to you live tonight from Yokohama Stadium. Next up, Aikawa. The Bay Stars opened the scoring in the last inning, but have allowed their opponents right back in it. Hits one down the middle.
Gone.
It's a towering shot to left. A hit to deep left. And he rounds first.
If the fence was shorter, that'd
And he
be
makes
home.
it to second. So they
If
have
the
a runner
fence
on
was
second
shorter,
with
that was
nobody out.
home. If the fence was not as tall, it was home.
Now at the plate, Aikawa. Pressure is mounting
Ooh,
here.
righty 705, lefty 60 whatever.
His
That's
first hit.
unique.
Hits this one. It's a towering shot to left center. Rips one out to deep left center field.
Is he going home?
And he makes it
Nah.
to second. So they fail to contain the damage as their opponent tacks onto their score to widen the gap.
All bases loaded, one out.
At a moment like this, they can't afford to give up any more runs.
That's gone!
It's going. Hits the wall. The runner from second base is rounding third. The runner from second scores as well.
Why did... Oh, I see why he didn't go to third. It was a straight throw from deep corner.
Knocks in two with a hit. So they fail to contain the damage as their opponent tacks onto their...
The guy...
Now up, Aikawa. In his last at-bat, he hit a clutch single. The Bay Stars have got a lot of work to do here as we head into the seventh. He's making short work of this at-bat with two quick strikes. Hits this one. That's foul. Goes down via...
That's actually the first time I've gone strikeout in a while, actually. So that's fine. That's the first time I've gone strikeout in some time.
Swinging in his last at bat. Two away, base is empty. Cold, the first baseman scoops it up. Out at first, that's three gone, and the inning's over. The base dog. Suffer the...
Now we gotta play Henshin. Oh yeah, I've got a throne now for crowdfunding big purchases like Racing Wheel and a few other things. So yeah, that'll be useful if you guys want to have a look at that as an alternative form of donation to collectively help me get stuff like a good racing wheel.
Line drive to center field. Takes a hop. That's a hit. It's a hit in the center. The Tigers are really struggling. Now coming to the plate, Aikawa.
It's also stuff like curved monitor. It's all high ticket items, but they're crowdfunded sort of deal. Like I've got the crowdfunding turned on.
The Tigers are up against the wall here.
So once the crowdfunding target's met, it'll automatically ship it out to me.
Taking his turn now, Aikawa. Up to this point, he's perfect. 2 for 2. The Tigers have got a lot of work to do.
There we go.
Here's a big drive. Into the alley and right, it drops down for a hit. And he advances to second base. The leadoff batter is allowed to reach base.
Holy crap, look at the score. It's 10-3.
In the box now, Aikawa. He's recorded 3 hits so far today. Hits it. Nakano scoops it up. 2 away now. Digging in, Aikawa.
2 hours
He grounded
50.
out to second in his last at bat. 1 away here, no base runner. Connects on the first. It takes a hop into center field. So that gives him a runner at first.
What's the 254, Jay? Sorry.
The Tigers suffer the unfortunate.
Oh, 10-3. Fuck. Fucking. I didn't even fucking get that until. Fucking hell. Henshin Tigers playing at the Koshien, by the way. Nice.
We welcome you to
Look, it's the
Hanshin
Koshien.
Stadium. It's the Hanshin Tigers version. Now settling in at the plate.
.670. That's a decent average, isn't it?
Hits this one, and that'll be in there for a hit. 2 out, runner on first. Aikawa gets set in the box. In his last at bat, he hit a single to center. Runner goes. It's a hit and run. He collects it. They got him for the first out.
Should have bunt. I reckon I should have bunted there.
Now up to bat, Aikawa. He grounded out to second in his last at bat. Let's take another look at it. He hits it inside. It's in there for a hit to
Koshien with that black dirt, huh?
That gives him a runner at first with one
Right,
out.
the black dirt infield.
Swing at the first pitch, and he has himself a single.
Hanshin are the best team in the league right
Heading to the
now,
batter's box,
so
Aikawa. They're not out of this jam yet. Big swing at the first delivery for
Fuck
strike
me.
number 1. Line drive left field. Takes a hop. That's a hit. The throw home. He tags the runner for the third out.
we had to do that or we weren't gonna have an advantage.
The Tigers
And now we've just lost in Hanshin round 2. Yeah, I never got to finish Puzzle Town. It's the 6th of June. Oh no. Brain rot day. I think I'll hop off of baseball at the after the next off day. I might hop off of baseball and
We welcome you to Hanshin
play
Coach
something
Games.
else. Take a little break before I do so. Maybe make some food, we'll see.
Next in the lineup, Aikawa. 1 away now. On the mound, Kotaro Otake. And catching for him is Ryutaro Umeno. He pulls that one. It's down for a hit. So that gives him a runner at first with 1 out. Now up, Aikawa. In his last at-bat, he reached base on a single. Let's take another look at who's on the mound today. Pitching for the Eagles is Kotaro Otake. And for the Eagles, Tatsuki Koja. Hits this one, and that'll be in there for a hit. He rounds first. And he makes it to second. They've allowed the tying run
Let's
to reach
go.
base. And as you can see, the pitcher left the ball up over the plate, and the batter...
We're just not doing too good against Henshin, are we?
Aikawa is the next hitter. He's having a multi-hit game. Wave and a miss. Hits the ball, and the shortstop has it. He just beats the play at first. Boy, did he run. Now at the plate, Aikawa. There are 2 outs now. They're not over the hill yet. fumbles it. Picks it up. That'll go down as an error by the shortstop. A rare
Okay.
mistake for such a sharp...
Error by the shortstop, but it doesn't mean anything because the immediate person that gets out. Okay, so Yasui's recovering fatigue and health. Ken's is set skill. Yep, okay. "149 hits, 43 RBI, 8 bases stolen, 2 records, 1 title earned, 2,209 fans, 410,000 yen in match revenue, 44.6 million yen in career earnings." Yeah, we're gonna move on game. We're gonna move to a different game now. I'm gonna get rid of the idle meeting text. We were gonna play Rocket League, weren't we, Oha? I don't feel like doing that right this minute, though, but we could probably play offline for a bit later today. Like, off-stream, but not on-stream, if that makes sense. Maybe a little bit later. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that too. Hi. I think we'll just go just chatting for now. Anyway, sorry, I'm just looking at YouTube videos real quick. Hey, Raven. Thanks for the lurk. Hi.
LinkedIn is finally addressing AI slop on.
Just trying to find something, I don't know, I think...
This is the brand new Moza R5 Pro.
Anyway, sorry. Uh...
You are never going to use...
Sorry, guys. We're just gonna do React content for a bit.
This is the brand new Moza R5 Pro, and it's one of the most exciting value propositions in sim racing today. Retailing for $399 with an extra 3% off using code OCRacing at checkout, Moza is now packing a metallic pedal set, a round wheel, a table clamp, and a constant 6 Nm of torque wheelbase, all in one package, and surprisingly to me, pretty substantially improved compared to the previous generation. So after putting it to its paces, today I'll be reviewing the R5 Pro bundle, telling you about all of the good, the bad, and whether or not this could be too good to be true. Ladies and gentlemen, the Sim Gaming Expo is running it back this year, and it's an event that you won't want to miss. This sim racing, flight sim, and VR Expo is being held in Chicago from September 18th to the 20th of this year. Similar to last year, it is being held at this big expo hall. It's going on from Friday to Sunday, and it will have tons of sim racing exhibitors, including SimLab, GSI, Houston Belt, and many others, as well as a large esport arena with live competition. Now, tickets are for sale now. Last year, this event was awesome. This year, it should be as well. So make sure to save the date and buy your tickets now at Sim Gaming
Wish we
Expo.
got shit like that here in Australia.
Alright, before we begin, just a necessary disclosure. Moza has provided this product at no cost for me to review. However, they have had no input on this video and have not seen it before publication. Moza is also a sponsor of this channel, however, and as always, all thoughts and opinions here are entirely my own. Alright, so there is a lot to go over, but let's start with the pedals that might look familiar. These are the Moza SRP Lite 2s, and simply put, they are okay. As standard, this comes with a brake and a throttle, with an optional clutch sold separately for $40, and from a build quality perspective, well, they're actually quite nice. They're made almost entirely of metal, they have decent adjustability on their positioning, they feature Hall effect sensors, and don't look too bad either. Now, all three pedals have a normal amount of travel, but unfortunately do have very little resistance or feel to them. Now, this is because completely stock, they all have a tension spring inside with a very soft, linear, and unresponsive feel that makes it hard to be precise or consistent. Now, the positives here is that if you're using these on the floor, which many people will, they really won't be moving around, but then again, you are getting that lower end feel underfoot, and especially under braking. So this is exactly why Moza is also now selling the brake performance kit and the throttle performance kit for the SRP2s, and these definitely make an improvement. Fitted with heavier elastomers and springs inside, these give notably more resistance to the pedals and more of a soft, load-saw imitation on the brake, all while taking only a few seconds to install. Now, to be honest, they're still not great, and even with these, they still feel like a beginner entry-level pedal set, but like I said, it is an improvement nonetheless. So overall, included in this bundle, and especially at this price, these pedals are honestly acceptable for what they are. They're well built, they look decent, offer some adjustability and upgrade options, and more than anything else, well, I mean, they ultimately do the job. Alright, next up we have the Moza ES steering wheel, and similar to what we've seen before, this one is unchanged. Unlike the ESX wheel, this one does not bring Xbox compatibility, meaning that as standard, the R5 Pro only works on PC, but if you buy the ESX wheel sold separately and use it with this base, it should become Xbox compatible. Now, being the company's most entry-level wheel, this isn't anything crazy, but similar to what I said with the pedals, it is acceptable within the bundle. The wheel here is small at 280mm in diameter, but it does give you the versatility that you want for different disciplines. Now, the rim as well as the faceplate are made of aluminum alloy, which gives it decent rigidity, and the wheel grips are made of polyurethane, which gives a slightly grippy, perforated texture. Not anything too premium, but definitely a step up compared to the regular plastic grips that we've seen in Thrustmaster alternatives. Now, on the wheel itself, you're getting 22 buttons, including a D-pad. These are made of plastic and feel the same as in any other cheap controller, but it is still a good amount of buttons to have, and with the wheel being so small, well, they are all easy to reach and ultimately well placed. Now turning the wheel around, here you're getting the Moza quick release system, which as everyone knows is great, and then as expected you're also getting 2 paddle shifters. These are metallic and decent size, and they use micro switches to give a clicky, notable feel, but they
I
definitely
do like
don't
the
give you that
Moza
tactile,
wheels, they're
more
pretty
firm
good.
feel that magnetic paddles would. Now out on track, the experience using this wheel, put simply, is fine. The wheel holds up well with no notable or substantial flex, even when running the base at its full force, and the grips here feel comfortable and secure in your hands. Now they still don't feel particularly premium, but for an entry-level wheel included in a $400 bundle, they are still more than acceptable. Now importantly, the wheel here is very light, which helps it avoid dulling or interrupting the detail and responsiveness coming from the wheelbase, and then the 10 RGB rev LEDs across the top are another nice touch at this price, making the wheel feel just a little bit more complete. So overall, the ES wheel here does exactly what it needs to do without feeling like a major weak point in the package. And so while it's not anything revolutionary, it is hard to be too critical about it. The R5 Pro wheelbase is undoubtedly the star of the show here, and I'll immediately start by saying that this thing is ridiculously small. In fact, it's almost comparable to the size of my literal wrist. But as a wise man once said, size doesn't matter. So fitted here with an updated motor, it now exerts a constant 6 Nm of torque, and it's paired with a 21-bit magnetic encoder
21-bit, holy shit!
Processor, the same as in the flagship Moza R25.
Damn! Okay.
So sleek in design and made of aluminum alloy, it's clear that this follows Moza's new, subtle design language, and it actually looks quite nice.
It actually
You'll see the
does,
company's
holy
branding
crap.
on the sides, an embossed R5 Pro logo, and functionality-wise, it is also improved. Here you're getting front and bottom mounted capabilities, as well as an optional table clamp, perfect for those using this on a desk or flat surface. Now on the back you find the power button, which for the millionth time should really be at the front, and here you can also plug in the pedals, the power supply, and any other Moza hardware like shifters, handbrakes, etc. So from a build quality and functionality perspective alone, while the R5 Pro definitely holds its own, but being so small, how well can it actually perform? You see, I extensively tested this wheelbase on iRacing and Assetto Corsa, paying special attention to how it kept up after hours of use, and my findings are interesting. For starters, the overall quality, detail, smoothness, and responsiveness of the base actually left me impressed. Different road textures were clearly noticeable through the wheel, as were changes in grips, the weight distribution of the car, suspension movement, curbs, and many of the other details that you need in order to understand what your car is doing underneath you. Now at 6 Nm, it obviously doesn't have the raw strength or dynamic range that I would ideally want, but it still does communicate the important information well and never felt excessively slow or muted. Now interestingly, I found the experience to be better in Assetto Corsa than in iRacing, even with this supporting iRacing's 360Hz feedback. You see, in Assetto Corsa there was simply more overall feeling coming through the wheel, particularly from the road surface textures and the weight of the car.
That might be
In
an
iRacing,
iRacing
the
issue,
experience
honestly.
was still good, but many of those finer details did feel more toned down and slightly more subdued by comparison.
That's like an
This, of course,
iRacing
is
issue,
only a
though.
software-related thing, but it's still interesting nonetheless. Now, the base itself is also very smooth, although even after adjusting the damping settings, I occasionally noticed what I can only describe as a rubber band-like feeling. This was especially noticeable as the wheel returned to center after coming off certain curbs, where the movement could feel slightly elastic and artificial. Now, it is kind of difficult to describe this, and it wasn't something that I noticed constantly, but it was present enough for me to point it out, and it's something that I still haven't been able to completely remove. Now thermally, the R5 Pro handled extended use reasonably well. After several hours of driving in iRacing, the housing became warm to the touch, but I experienced no noticeable reduction in strength, responsiveness, or overall performance. Now interestingly, while driving in Assetto Corsa with clipping prevention turned off, the base did become notably hot to the touch. Even then, however, I still didn't experience any clear performance drop-off or fading in the force feedback, so I don't think this is anything out of the ordinary.
Cool.
Now on the software side, Moza's paid-out software gives you a ton of
Oh,
adjustability
that's
with
crazy.
control over settings
Look.
such as the overall strength, the dampening
Look
settings,
at all the
road
fucking fiddly bits. That's
activity,
awesome.
wheel speed, and many other characteristics. All of this adjustability is of course useful, but I do think that some properly refined, pre-made presets for the major sims would significantly improve the out-of-the-box experience. As others have said though, this software is still very solid and intuitive, so no real complaints on this end.
Cool.
So all in all, with the upgraded motor, a 21-bit encoder, and Moza's latest force feedback algorithm, I can confidently say that this is an improvement over the previous R5.
21 to the power of 2, by the way. Sorry, 2 to the power of 21. That's 2 million! That is 2 million different positions the wheel can be in. That is ridiculous.
The biggest difference is in the additional clarity and detail, particularly in the
like, especially considering the fucking Logitech's 10-bit go up to 1024. This goes up to 2 million different positions.
Where smaller textures and changes in road surface are more notable and convincing. Now it isn't 100% perfect, as of course you still have limitations at this torque range, but in terms of the actual performance that you're getting from such a small wheelbase, this
I'm sorry, 4096.
So
12-bit is the Logitech, I think.
The fundamentals right. For $399,
oh, it is 1024.
Everything needed to start sim racing
on
drive, and more importantly, none of the components feel like they completely undermine the experience. Everything here is clearly built to meet a price point, but the package as a whole still remains
that's it,
well constructed and easy to upgrade as your expectations grow. The wheelbase is especially impressive considering its remarkably small size, and while it's not going to provide the strength or dynamic range of a higher end base, it does give beginners enough information to learn, improve, and enjoy the experience without immediately feeling limited. So it's clear that this bundle is aimed squarely at people who want their first serious sim racing setup without immediately committing to the higher end price tag.
This is an interesting 5-minute video that we'll watch later.
You are never going.
I must have another idle meeting. I will be back. Sorry. Apologies, that took longer than I expected. I had to go. IO meeting. Sorry, that took longer than I expected. Anyway, I'm back.
You are never going to use your computer mouse the same ever again after today, because I am done gatekeeping, the best tip that I've come up with in years. It does involve a certain feature that some mice have, yours might not, but I would say that arguably it might even be worth it to very well buy a new mouse just to be able to do it. Now, this feature is called something different depending on the brand. But to be clear, I'm not just talking about this feature in general. There's something specific with it. But anyway, the general feature that this depends on for Logitech, they to make the different mouse that you also pick. So for example, on my Logitech mouse, I have the left thumb button thing set, and then left and right mouse buttons individually, separately, at the G shift, and then left and right mouse buttons individually. This might realize. You probably use the backspace.
Alright. I know what it's after now. Basically, we open up Logitech Hub. You guys won't be able to see this, but so let's watch what it's doing. Watch what he says.
You are never going to use your even be right mouse buttons individually, separately, as the backspace and delete keys. Now, I know this might seem unusual or not clear how this could be useful, like why? Well, let me explain. The main advantage is it's going to save you so much more hand movement than you probably realize. You probably use the backspace key and at least could be using the delete key if you don't already, way more than you think. For example, there's so many times where I'm editing a document or a form on a web page or anything, any kind of text, and I need to just delete something off it or edit white space, and usually that's going to involve moving your mouse cursor over whatever thing you want to edit, and then since your left hand is probably on the left side of your keyboard, you need to move either your left or right hand over to the delete or backspace keys. But with this, you don't need to move either hand. You can delete it right from the mouse. It doesn't seem like you would use this a lot, but you will. And it's also very intuitive because the backspace or the left mouse button will delete things to the left of the cursor, and the delete key, which is the right mouse button, deletes things to the right of it. Doing this also means that you can always keep your left hand close to the Control-Z or undo shortcuts, so if you accidentally make a mistake or something, you can just immediately undo it, all without moving your hand any extra. And it's especially useful if you have a laptop or a compact keyboard that might not even have a dedicated delete key at all, where you have to use the function key and then the delete key, and you always have to find it because you can never remember which one it is. It saves so much time there too. But it also makes it easier to edit text in general in pretty subtle ways. For example, maybe you're trying to delete some specific character, you already have your hand on the delete key, and you accidentally click to the left of it instead of the right. So then you have to spend that extra brain power either moving the mouse and re-clicking or moving your finger over to the delete key, whereas with this, you just delete instead of backspace. But it's also useful for way more than just text. Many apps use the delete key for all sorts of stuff, from deleting a file in Windows Explorer to deleting cells in Microsoft Excel, or even clearing a selection in Microsoft Paint or something like that. And if an app has modifier hotkeys with those two keys, like Shift, Delete, or whatever, you can also do that without moving any extra hands. And what's especially nice about this is it's probably going to be a real hardware key press. as far as the computer's concerned. This might depend on the brand of the mouse, but I think the ones I looked at, they do actually make it a hardware rebind that's stored on the mouse itself. And that means that it's going to work in every single app, because you might not be aware that a lot of games and other apps too might use the Windows Raw Input API, where it will completely ignore software virtual key presses. Whereas with this, it doesn't realize that it's not even coming from a real keyboard. So it'll work in games, any app, and even through virtual machine Windows. So if your mouse already has this capability and maybe you kind of underutilize it or ignore it, give this a shot. Trust me, you're going to be using it more than you probably think. And then you can come back to the comments after a week or so and tell everyone just how useful it is. Now, obviously speaking, you're not obligated to follow this tip. If you have something that you think would be more useful on there, most of these brands will let you assign at least key combos to the different keys, like Control Z and Control Y to undo and redo. You might be able to use that. Maybe you'd find that more useful. Though I will say that the more mouse buttons you have that you can assign this kind of thing to, the better it is. And I may as well just throw this extra button in. It's left of the cursor, intuitive, because the backspace or the left mouse button will delete things to the left of the cursor, and the delete key, which is the right mouse button, deletes things to the right of it. Doing this also means that you can always keep your left hand close to the Control Z or undo shortcuts, so if you accidentally make a mistake or something, you can just immediately undo it, all without moving your hand any extra. And it's especially useful if you have a laptop or a compact keyboard that might not even have a dedicated delete key at all, where you have to use the function key and then the delete key, and you always have to find it because you can never remember which one it is. It saves so much time there too. But it also makes it easier to edit text in general in pretty subtle ways. For example, maybe you're trying to delete some specific character, you already have your hand on the delete key, and you accidentally click to the left of it instead of the right. So then you have to spend that extra brain power either moving the mouse and re-clicking or moving your finger over to the delete key, whereas with this, you just delete instead of backspace. But it's also useful for way more than just text. Many apps use the delete key for all sorts of stuff, from deleting a file in Windows Explorer to deleting cells in Microsoft.
People just hold down backspace. No. I always select text for a small sector and delete that. It's easier. You don't just hold down backspace and delete fucking everything if you make a typo a few words back. That's inefficient.
Excel, or even clearing a... And what's especially nice about this is rebind use raw input API. It doesn't realize that and then you can obviously would be more useful on there. Most of these brands will.
So what I've done is I've gone and set G shift to something I can hold down, left click backspace, right click delete, right? Yeah.
If you're a budget sim racer or looking to get into sim racing, this video is for you
Well, yeah, fair.
because I myself am a budget sim racer. I race on a desk. Why? Because I'm weird. But other than that, I've had a chance to try pretty much every single budget sim racing wheel and pedal setup. A couple of years ago, I made a video ranking all of the best budget sim racing wheels, and a lot has changed in the last 2 years. In the last 2 years, there's been new companies in the fray. Prices have come down for direct drive wheels, and suddenly, a lot of the wheels that we thought were good deals are no longer good. So today I'm making another tier list as an update. This tier list is going to be based on value, not based on how good I think the wheel is, but how good that I think the wheel is for the money that it costs right now. Right now it is May 2026, so not a lot of wheels are on sale, so these are kind of the baseline prices. If you see that a wheel is on
Nice.
sale for lower than the price that I say in this video, then take that into account when making decisions.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, so you guys understand any potential biases I might have, there are some links in the description that are referral links to some of the wheels on this list. Now, personally, I don't think I'm that biased because of those links, because I don't really make enough money from them to super sway me, but I think that you guys should know. The first wheel on this list is going to be the Camus C5. This is a bit of a weird wheel to start off with. It is a direct drive wheel. It is $270 right now with 5 Newton meters of torque. This wheel, when I made the first video, I believe was the cheapest direct drive at the time, but that is not the case anymore. $270 is not the cheapest right now. So because of that, and because of its wheelbase, I'm actually putting it at B tier. The wheelbase is really weird because of that center direct drive motor. It causes the wheel to be a little bit heavy when you turn it. You can definitely feel the difference over a wheelbase with the motor in back. With that being said though, it does make this for a very specific person. So I'm actually going to give this our very first award, because I think that this award is for the person that is most likely to want a wheel that is portable. Okay, so when I was traveling a lot between my parents' house and my current house for work, what I was doing was I was actually bringing the Camus C5 back and forth. And because this was so portable, I could just fit it in my carry-on, even with the pedals. It was a really nice portable wheel. And because of that, I think there are some people out there that would benefit from this wheel where they wouldn't
Fair
be able
enough.
to use some other direct drive wheels. So
This is American
even though
dollars,
this is a B,
so
I do think that
double
because
it
it's
for
the most
Australian
portable, it
prices,
could
I
be
guess.
for somebody. Next, I have the Fanatec Ready to Race wheel. I believe this was an A tier on my first list, but you guys might be surprised, and this is where you'll probably see the difference between my two lists. I'm putting this down at D. Why am I putting this down at D? Well, to be honest, it's because Fanatec has fallen behind in the race to the bottom for cheap budget direct drive wheels. Now I know that somebody who went
Fair
into a
enough.
coma 2 years ago woke up and said, what the heck is cheap direct drive wheels? Well, they exist now, and Fanatec just doesn't really have one available. This R5, 5 Newton meters of torque, is right now $540 for the cheapest bundle. Now, I'm not going to talk about the pedals in most of these wheels too much because they're all just Hall effect sensor pedals. What that means is that they only track the position of your pedals. And what I think is even more important than a direct drive wheel is actually to have a load cell brake pedal. I think that those pedals are more beneficial to your driving than a direct drive wheel, which is crazy. But when I upgraded my wheel, I went from a cheap wheel that wasn't direct drive, and I upgraded the pedals first before the wheel. Because of the price, $540, and I don't believe that's even changed since the last video. It's just where the market has gone. Wheels have become cheaper, more accessible to people, and Fanatec has fallen behind. Regardless of how good the wheel is great to drive. If you have this wheel, be happy you have this wheel because it's a great wheel. But just somebody buying a wheel right now, it is not the best choice. The Logitech G29/920. This wheel right now I found for $200. This seems to be around the price that you can get it. On sale, I've seen it dip down into the 100s, but 200 is about the standard for this wheel. I'm actually going to put this in C tier. Again, $200 right now is actually pretty expensive. Back a few years ago, this was the wheel to get on a budget. This was what everyone got. It was the standard. But this is no longer the standard anymore because a gear-driven wheel just isn't worth $200 in this day and age. The reason that I'm putting it at C is because if you really don't have the extra $50, $100 for the low-end direct drive wheels, then yeah, this is probably the best option brand new, but we're going to go over later why brand new is probably not the play for these wheels specifically. All right, the G923. So this wheel is essentially just a zooped up version of the G29. I raced with this at a Logitech booth a year or so ago, a couple years ago maybe, and it felt great. I love the feeling. It did feel better than the Logitech G920. It felt smoother. The True Force, it isn't just marketing. I actually felt it. I was like, yeah, that's pretty impressive for a gear-driven wheel, but that's just the thing. This is a gear-driven wheel that costs $350. That is more expensive than like half of the direct drives on the list today. I'm sorry, like that's just not a value that I think works in the sim
They
racing
probably can't
sphere
drop
today.
the price because it costs too much
$350
to
for
make.
that, ridiculous. If you find it used, all the power to you. Could be worth it if you buy it used for sub 200 maybe. But for 350 brand new from Best Buy, absolutely not for me. Absolutely not. Now from a bad deal, we're actually going to a good deal. Moza R3. So this wheel just wasn't quite out yet before my last video. Got so many comments. Oh, what about the R3? What about the R3? Well, the Moza R3, for what you're getting, is definitely an A tier. And you're going to say, why is this on S tier? I'll tell you later. The S tier is reserved for some very, very good values. The Moza R3 right now is a great value, especially if you want to be in the Moza ecosystem. If you like the Moza software,
I want to be in the
if you
Moza
just trust the
ecosystem.
Moza
That's
brand
why I
name
want to get the
more
good
than some
Moza
other
stuff.
brand names. This is a wheel to
yeah.
get if you want to stay sub $300. Right now, being $280.
Moza R3 is 500 Australian.
This
So
is
it's
a
like
great wheel.
3/5.
Would be a
The
perfectly
price
good wheel
on
as
here right
your
now is
first wheel getting
3/5
this
what it
sim
costs in
racing. Now
Australia.
you see why I'm putting some of the Logitech stuff down low. When you have a direct drive wheel that outputs the same force as this belt or as this gear driven wheel, and it's only $70 more, the direct drive is worth that money. So definitely recommend the R3. Not enough for an award because I think this is just a generally good wheel that if you have the opportunity to get it, you won't be disappointed with it. Next, we have the meme wheels. The wheel that I chose to put to represent the meme wheels is this $300 Mad Catz wheel, which appears to be a gear-driven suction cup wheel. But this encompasses all the Bungie wheels, all of the Temu wheels, anything that you would find at a toy store for under $100. These wheels are all just, don't use them for sim racing. It's just not worth it. Absolutely not worth it. I almost would rather use a controller than use one of these wheels. Save the money for at least some of the options that we talk about later in terms of like used wheels and stuff like that. But yeah, if you see a wheel under $50 and it's Bungie, not even worth it. Next, we have the Moza R5. And guess what? This is the My Wheel Award, the absolutely not biased My Wheel Award. I love the Moza R5 wheel. I've tried out basically all these wheels and just come back to the Moza. It's very easy to set up. It's a plug and play pretty much, using it in all the games. The 5 Newton meters is perfect for me. Oval racing, 5 Newton meters for me is all I need. I don't even use all of the force of this wheel. But for road racing, maybe I would want a little more at one point, but I don't road race that much. So it's an S tier, right? Well, actually, I'm actually putting it at A tier. Why am I putting it at A tier? Well, it comes down to just how much it costs. Right now, the R5 bundle is $400. Comes with the same, not
It's
so great
800
pedals.
Australian.
And right now, that's a great deal for a 5 Newton meter direct drive, but it's not the best. You could
So that
either
is
do a
double.
little bit better for the money, or even maybe save a little more money and do a lot better. But if you want a wheel that you know that I like, it's this wheel. I love this wheel. Next, I don't know why I even included this. The PXN V3. I include it because you can technically get it for brand new at Best Buy. It's a Bungie wheel. Don't do Bungie wheels. From the low to the high at PXN, though, we have the V10 Ultra. This is a really interesting wheel. It is direct drive. Doesn't look quite direct drive at first glance, but 3.2 Newton meters. It seems a little bit old gen direct drive technology. PXN has definitely updated since then, as we'll see in the next couple wheels. But this is, award time, the cheapest direct drive wheel that you can get right now for brand new. $240. That is insanely cheap for a direct drive
I
wheel
looked it
bundle.
up. It costs
And I
about the
like
same as the
PXN too. I've
Moza
tried all their
R3 in Australia
They
right now
feel
because they don't
good
have
to me.
that
They
much
don't
stock
feel
over here.
basically any different than the Mozas. And you might like the Moza support, you might like the Moza ecosystem, you might like the Moza software, but if you're just wanting a wheel that feels good, this is it. Am I going to put it at S? I'll give you a bit of behind the scenes here. I just recorded this video and forgot to turn on my audio. I put it at A then. I think I've changed my mind since then. I think this is S. For $240, a direct drive wheel bundle? That's crazy. That's S. PXN VD4. So this is kind of the next generation of PXN's direct drive. I got to try out this wheel, loved it. Loved this wheel. Felt pretty much like my Moza. Honestly, couldn't tell the difference. Couldn't tell the difference driving on ovals. I sat down, started driving the wheel, felt just like my Moza. That would honestly give it an instant S for 4 Newton meters of torque and $300. yeah, $300.
This is closer to 600,
doesn't come with a
600
desk
than
clamp.
it is
Doesn't come with a place for me to mount my
600
wheel, and that was annoying.
or so
So unfortunately,
650.
it's getting an A just because it doesn't come with a desk clamp. If you don't need a desk clamp, if you have a little
Oh, yeah, no,
cockpit
it's
that you can just
600
screw this onto, that's perfect.
minus
You'll
desk
love
clamp,
this
yeah.
wheel, and it's probably an S for you. But for me, it didn't come with a desk clamp. I would have had to buy it separate, and then at that point, why am I even buying this cheap of a wheel when I would just get the next one up? So, A for me, because it's a little bit more torque than the R3 for essentially the same price, but no desk clamp. But you know what does have a desk clamp? PXN VD6. $400 is basically a 1 Newton meter more torque
I think
than
this
the
is
R5.
closer to 700,
Just strictly a better
750
value.
Australian.
And like I said, I think these wheels feel the same. And that might be controversial. I haven't really watched other reviews on them. Maybe you'll go to somebody who knows more about hardware than me and they'll tell you, oh, this wheel actually performs worse on blah, 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 blah. All I know is me driving with this wheel liked it just as much as the
It's
Moses.
roughly
Let's put this
3/5
here.
at the low end
I think
and
right
double
now,
at the high end.
if you do not
PXN
care
doesn't
about
have an
brand
actual
names, if you don't-
presence in
if
Australia.
you're fine
It's
with not being able to tinker
imported
quite
by
as much with
actual
the
sim
software,
racing shit like Pagnian
PXNs
systems and
are
stuff.
just a better deal than the Moses right now, and that's crazy.
So
that's a
because they
huge
all
shakeup
import them
in
from the
industry.
States and they're not
Really.
actually
But beyond
actively
that,
selling them in
huge
Australian
shakeup in the
stores, you gotta
industry.
pay a bit more.
We have a new player, Sim Magic. Sim Magic entry bundle right now available for pre-order. If you have $600 budgeted towards sim racing, turn off this video, get this Sim Magic entry bundle, and not even ever think about it ever again, okay? That is how much I think that this is a great deal. This is the best deal in this video. And you're gonna say, you just set a $500 budget for this video. No, well, yeah. I lied, okay? I lied. I broke the rules. This is $580 for the cheapest bundle. It has a 9 Newton meter Sim Magic Alpha Mini wheelbase. It has a load cell brake pedal. This is the only brake pedal that's load cell on this list. You're getting so much for $600. Every other one of these wheels, I would tell you, you're gonna have to upgrade your pedals to at least a $250, $300 pedal. So where does that put us versus a $600 bundle that has a 9 Newton meter wheelbase? I don't even have an affiliate link for these guys, and I'm telling you to turn off the video and go get this if you have the budget. That's how much I believe in this. Like that's ridiculous. It's ridiculous what this value proposition is. Like I'm thinking of buying it when I have people sending me free wheels. Turn off the video and get this, okay? Seriously. Thrustmaster T128. Okay, that brought down my mood a lot. This is an F. No, it's not. It's a D. It's a D. I'm sorry. I got mean. T128 is essentially the same offering as the G29. It doesn't have a clutch pedal if you care about that. $20 more than the Logitech G29. It's bad, but it's not F. It's not the worst in the world. You know what is the worst in the world? T300 RS Thrustmaster. This is just obsolete technology now. It's belt driven. It's like if you want to be better than a gear driven but worse response than a direct drive, you go belt driven. There's no need for that anymore, especially with $370. $370 gets you the PXN VD6 pretty much. Get you the Moza R5 if you want to not buy Chipotle a couple times next week. Okay, this should not be even close to the price as this. So don't even consider that. I've already wasted too much time on it. Thrustmaster T598. This is their direct drive offering. Okay. So Thrustmaster is doing direct drive now. Do like the profile quite a bit on the motor, but the price $549. $549 is almost the same as the Sim Magic entry bundle. This is 5 Newton meters with no load cell pedal, kind of an unproven company in terms of direct drive. It drives good. It drives like the other direct drive wheels, honestly. It's not for me. I don't know why you would get this over any other direct drive in the same price range, but at least they're close. Anything down here is just not close. This is at least close. This is like if it goes on sale, maybe. Next, Turtle Beach KD3. This is the second cheapest wheel, actually. The V10 Ultra is $240. This is $250. I'm not putting Turtle Beach at S, man. I wanted to. If I put the PXN at S, for $10 more, you get a sleeker wheelbase that's a lot more portable. this is why I didn't put the V10 Ultra at S in my first time go around. And honestly, the Turtle Beach felt good, it felt fine, but they're known for kind of having glitches and bugs in their software, which I have experienced, and it might not feel quite as good. So is that really worth 30 bucks? Now I'm second guessing my PXN V10 Ultra rating again. These are all too, you know what? I'm agreeing with my past self. The S is an empty world, but all these really are doing the same things. If you really worry about saving a couple bucks for just the cheapest, just know that I think that the Turtle Beach drives just as well as any. I could feel maybe a slight difference than maybe where I like the Moza a little bit more than the Turtle Beach, which is why I'm putting it a little bit lower, even though it's a little bit cheaper. But these are all a step above the Camus in terms of drivability. Finally, Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist or whatever, S tier. Get your Logitech G920, G29 for 100 bucks. I found one just looking for like a minute, right? For 100 bucks, this is for the person that is getting into sim racing and wants as little risk as possible. This is the I just want to dip my toes into sim racing award. Get you a wheel that gives you the feelings. See if you want to commit fully to it. And the best part about it is, whether you want to upgrade or whether you want to get out of sim racing, you can resell that wheel for pretty much what you bought it for. So I think that if you are not going all in on direct drive for your first sim racing wheel, you should be buying used secondhand on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace.
And that's the video. That's the stream. I'm gonna head off because I'm tired. I'm gonna raid Raven. See you guys later.
Do you know how to delete it?
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
Because
good.
I realized because I started to think